Way too many jump scares in my day today. Where everyone calm down. Good morning from me and my giant zit. I've had an eventful morning. It is about, I think it's like 8 a.m. now, and my husband and I have been up since about 6 a.m. Like, I legit thought there was gunshots being fired inside of our apartment. We both shot out of bed, we were shaking, and it ended up being a bunch of, like, essentially like SWAT in Canada. SWAT in Canada, like a special forces unit or special ops unit. Everyone is geared up and carrying machine guns and chainsaws, and they like used that thing, I think it's called a ram, to knock down my neighbor's door. Yeah, that happened. There was a bunch of the police officers or whatever outside the building. They had a dog sniffing around their yard trying to find something, and there were all of these police officers in plain clothes too, so it looked sort of like, I don't know what the hell happened, but I was shaking for like an hour. It was so scary. The sound, it was just like, I legit thought it was happening in our apartment. They're actually still here. I can hear the police officers in the hallway. I have a theory about what is going on, but I don't want to say anything. But yeah, if it ends up being true, that would be crazy. So anyway, good morning. I'm getting ready now. Me and my zit are getting ready. I rarely get pimples, but when I do, they are freaking gnarly. Like, when they make an appearance, they're like, we're gonna make sure everyone knows it's pimple season apparently. And I have a suspicion it's because I've been eating this candy. I recently found a bag of White Rabbits, which is this Asian candy that's like milk based, and I'm lactose intolerant. Not only do I get severely bloated to the point where I'll like pass out, but I break out like crazy when I have dairy products. So I think because I've now gone through more than half of the bag, my face is like, well, you get what you deserve. Anyway, this morning's events was just a reminder that I need to stop sleeping naked. I mean, I sleep with an underwear on, but I'm weird about clothes. Like, I just feel like clothes are really uncomfortable in general, and I especially cannot sleep with clothes on. I don't like the way it feels on my body. I don't like when it gets twisted. It's just the most uncomfortable thing. So I sleep basically naked, and my first sort of rude awakening to the reality of sleeping almost naked is one of the people who lives here, their ex-girlfriend, who no longer lives with them, somehow sneaks into the building and pulls a fire alarm at 2 a.m. for a week straight. Yes, she was caught. We changed all the locks in the building, but when those alarms were going off and blaring at all hours of the night during that week, I would just be like, imagine me half naked, just like completely disoriented, not knowing what's happening. Tits are flailing everywhere, and I'm like trying to assess if there's an actual fire. I need to grab all Pudge's stuff. I have all my documents by the front door that I need to grab, but I also need to clothe myself. That is definitely not ideal. And it was the same situation this morning with the gunshots, or the gunshot sound, which ended up being the thing to knock down people's doors. Yeah, just thoughts swirling through my mind. Obviously, my first priority is like making sure that me and my family are safe, but at the same time, it's very important that I put some clothes on. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna just put on some hyaluronic acid. I just need to wet my face first. I actually forgot to mention this in that video that I did showing my skincare routine, I always add like a little bit of water to my face because apparently, well, my mom told me this years ago when she told me to start using hyaluronic acid. She said apparently if you use it dry, it actually sucks moisture out of your skin instead of bringing it in. So you have to bring something that has like more moisture content on the outside so that it works the other way and brings it into your skin. I don't know, I'm probably explaining that wrong, but all that to say, I just sort of wet my face a little bit and then I add the hyaluronic acid. I used to spray this like rose water on my face and just like spritz it on and then use hyaluronic acid, but when I ran out I just never got more of it. But I can't even believe how awful my skin is right now. And it's weird because I've been so good at my skincare routine and I've been eating healthier and I've been working out like religiously. I'm telling you, it's like when I try and take care of my body, it's when everything goes awry. When I leave it alone, don't use face products, sometimes don't even wash it, it's fine. By the way, today is gonna be another uneventful day in my life. Surprisingly, okay, when I started this channel, my thoughts were like it's gonna be just a cleaning and organizing channel. Like, you know, I'm sure that I'll have enough things to organize. I can go to friends' houses, I can go to my sister's house, my mom's house, blah blah blah, and have enough content. But then I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get tired of doing that, so then I just made it a vlog channel. But I was like, I'm pretty sure a majority of the people who choose to subscribe to me are probably only gonna be here for the cleaning stuff, but I'll just throw in vlogs just for the hell of it. But the vlogs are actually more popular, like they have more views than the cleaning videos, which kind of throws me off because I felt like, I don't know, I feel like my vlogs are kind of boring. But that was also the point of adding vlogs to this channel, was to like kind of show the regular people stuff. Anywho, today is another uneventful vloggy day. I am going to be taking Vince to his retina specialist appointment. And the reason that he's having to see a retina specialist is because he got a really gnarly black eye playing basketball about a month ago, maybe a little bit more than a month ago now, or maybe it was a month ago. Covering it almost makes it worse. I look like I have a mole, which wouldn't be bad, but it would be fine if it was an actual mole and not a zit. So anyway, yeah, he got a gnarly black eye, and now he's sort of seeing weird things. I don't know, spottiness and lights flashing and something else like that is not normal. He's already gone to see an optometrist and they cleared him for anything on their end that they test for, but he wanted to be safe and just go see a specialist, and we have to leave in about an hour. But I want to make some coffee before we go, and I'm just going to be in the car, so I don't know, I'll probably just like respond to YouTube comments and stuff and catch up on DMs while I'm in the car. But did I moisturize already? I did. But today I should be, and I hope it doesn't come too late, I'm supposed to have my new shelf delivered. So right now I'm kind of going room to room and doing little sort of decorating upgrades here and there and just like switching a few things out. So I have already sort of handled my kitchen, I did my bathroom obviously, and now I'm on to the bedroom. Why do I keep losing my lash glue? I mean what? Why did I say lash glue? I've like never used lash glue. Yeah, so now I'm on to the bedroom. Our bedroom is basically like a storage for all of our old furniture. Like when we first moved to, well, when I first moved to Canada, we got pretty much all white furniture and pretty much all from IKEA, which I kind of hate now, and we have changed all of the decor stuff in terms of hardware and wood colors and stuff like that. We've changed it all to black, obviously, if you've seen my apartment. And I don't know, I just never got to the bedroom all these years, and now I'm finally starting to think about it. So I need to sell all of the furniture that's in there, but I got a replacement shelf, and I also am on the hunt for a media cabinet. But I am gonna hopefully set up the shelf today in this vlog if it comes early enough. And I also have some things to do around the house in terms of chores and stuff. I might film a video for my plant channel if I can muster up the energy. Oh, and I think I'm gonna be filming an episode of Good Soup today, which I'm not gonna include in this vlog, obviously, because I want all of the soup recipes to be on a playlist with their like own videos. So I have to do that today. But I'll show you what the soup looks like in this video because that's what I'm having for dinner tonight. I am not used to seeing myself with a zit. I know it's such a stupid problem to have, but there are not many things I like about myself. The only thing that I like is my skin, and when that goes to crap for me, I'm just like, well, screw you. Anyway, I'm not doing a full face today. I'm really honestly just putting enough on to get through this vlog without scaring myself in the viewfinder. And if I do end up filming this Good Soup episode, which I don't want to with this freaking huge massive zit, yeah, I want to look somewhat more presentable. The eczema on my nose is not getting better. I am gonna try something else that one of my friends recommended, so hopefully that helps. And I'm sure it'll get better once we get out of winter, but it's driving me crazy. I feel like this ring light is really bringing out the dimension and the shadows of my zit. Like my zit has a shadow. I can see it this way. It's really a blow to my ego. I'm not even gonna bother with my hair. I do need to take a shower today because she's oily. Ugh. I literally look so haggard. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some coffee, and I'll probably see you in the car, or I don't know. We're gonna YOLO and see where the day takes us.
So I actually didn't know that my husband's appointment was nearby this mall that I usually go to downtown. So I ended up at the dollar store because this location specifically is my favorite one. I find that they have way more selection than pretty much any dollar store I've gone to. And specifically their cleaning and their kitchen stuff is pretty vast. So there were a few things that I mean, there's a lot of things that I need, let's be honest. But I did see this little pouring spout, which I literally almost put in my basket. But I was like, am I really gonna like pull out this spout anytime I'm gonna pour something out of a pot? Probably not. Fuck, my ear's clicking. Okay, so anyway, straws. I love these stainless steel straws. The only thing I don't like is the way they feel against my teeth. I know that like you're not supposed to bite on it or whatever, but you know what I mean. It touches your teeth sometimes. So I did see a glass one, but that one would break in like a hot second. And then I saw this knife organizer, which I thought was pretty cool, but at the same time, I kind of just organized my drawers and don't have space for it. And then these are the strainers that I talked about on my plant channel. They're really good for catching the larger debris and even the smaller pieces of perlite. So if you don't have one on your sink in your sink already, you should definitely get one. And then I saw this sink caddy, which I thought was cool, but they only had it in white. And now we have arrived at Sponge Galore. This is where I get all of my sponges, all of my brushes. I am always tempted to grab like 10 of them every time I come to the dollar store, but then I have to remember that I still have a bunch of unused sponges and brushes in my cabinet, so I refrained this time. And I actually needed magic erasers, but it's cheaper to buy it in the larger packs from Walmart or Costco. They really get you with these like 2 packs for $1.50, and then after taxes it's just, yeah, it's way more expensive. So here are the other sponges that I use for the kitchen. I always get like the green ones and the blue ones to color code which one is for plants and which one is for our dishes. And oh, they had this fabric shaver. I don't know how good this one is, but if you don't have one already, it is amazing. You have to get one. It's good for like the pilling and all the lint and stuff. And now we are in the hair tie, scrunchie, clips galore. There were so many that I wanted to get for my niece, but she just yanks them out of her hair. So yeah. And then I found this gem. It's a lot. It's a lot of red. It's a lot of visors. This particular dollar store has a pretty big like animal section, which is really great. I never really find anything that I want for Pudge. More visors. Guys, it's just a matter of time before I'm wearing one of these things, especially once I start my outdoor gardening, which is going to be the first this year because I actually got a plot at the community garden. Anyway, fake Crocs. Gotta get your fake Crocs. And more animal stuff. I was tempted to get a stuffy for my angel, but he already has so many. We have to get rid of some. And I've been wanting to get him a leash that we can use alternatively with the one we have, because the one we have is very expensive and it's starting to get worn down. So I thought about that one, but it's kind of heavy. And this I can't remember if I explained to you what this is, but it is a paw washer. We always wash Pudge's paws after every walk, so I wanted to try that. And then these silicone boots, like I've been wanting him to wear boots when it snows to protect his little paws, but honestly, I think he'll hate it, and he'll hate me too. As usual, I have to peruse the garden section, even though there's really nothing I ever get here. By the way, sorry for my voice, I just woke up, and I'm always sounding very crusty in the morning. Yeah, they have a pretty good garden selection if you do outdoor gardening, but I live in a rat cage, so I don't have a backyard. I wish I did. But yeah, if I did have a yard, I'd probably be going ham in this section, but there's not really a lot for indoor gardening. I did find these green zip ties, which I think are cool if you use them for your poles and stuff. Keep it a little bit more discreet. And a bunch of trellises and things I would never use, but wanted to show you anyway, just in case you're into this kind of stuff. Humidity domes, the largest humidity domes ever. And then I saw this cute little birdhouse. I was thinking of putting a birdhouse up, but then I saw these and was like, maybe I want to put a gnome up. But I actually like when the birds land on my balcony, so I didn't want to scare them. So yeah, didn't get one, but it is very, very cute. And then this is one of my favorite sections at the dollar store. I just love little figurines. I already have sorry, I was choking, but I already have a few figurines, and oh my god, I'm losing my voice, so I didn't get one. I think these were the funnest finds of the day, though. They were so stinking cute. I have this obsession with mushrooms lately, so obviously had to grab those. I am very glad they had a bunch of these rocks and gravel because I actually needed some as well, and I was kind of hoping that these would work for me, but they're styrofoam and they're clips, so I didn't really get how that works. I liked those little butterflies, but I didn't like the color. And then looked around the moss section because I'm working on a project. And then I came across these things, which are actually so stinking cute. Like I could imagine one in the bathroom or something. But the quality of fake plants, we're just not there yet. Like you would think, we're going to Mars and we have these like self-driving cars, but we just can't get the fake plants right. Like the texture, the color, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. But it was actually still kind of cute. And this was my total, way too much for a dollar store. And then this is the tree that is outside of the dollar store that I always oogle at. And everyone was staring at me as I took this video. And then this is a store I've never seen before in this little shopping mall thing, and it's called Everyday Items Japan, I think. So yeah, I have been wanting like a really good bowl set for all of my soups, but these ones, all of the ones that they had at this specific store, they were great quality, they were really heavy, but they were too small. I need a much bigger bowl for my soups. And then I got to freaking storage bin galore. There were like so many to choose from, and they were actually cheaper than the place I usually get my bins from. So that was exciting. And I ended up with these ones. And then their little clip section and their hair tie section was a lot cuter than the dollar store, but nothing quite spoke to me. And again, I was thinking about my niece and was like, all of these would look so cute, like those little flower ones, but again, she'd rip them out. They had a lot of big clips, but I can't wear those anymore because my hair is very short. And then there were a bunch of keychains that I was very tempted. I really want to deck out my keys, but I already have too many things on it and it's already super heavy, so I had to pass. And then, of course, anytime I go to any store like this or a dollar store, I'm always looking for stickers, because if you follow my plant channel, you know how much I love stickers. I'm healing my inner child, okay? But again, none of them were speaking to me, and they were kind of expensive. So didn't leave with any stickers, unfortunately. And then we're kind of like in the kitchen stuff, which I spent the most time in, just kind of like, I don't know, admiring how many cool things there are. Like, this section just made me remember why I wanted to visit Japan. Like, I want to visit Japan so bad just to like go shopping and buy these like cute little trinkets. It's like they make things for things that you're just like, why? But also, I get it, you know, like this meat slicer. I hate slicing Spam. I know it's so easy, but it's hard to get like the proportions right. And yeah, I wanted to get it, but self-control. Where are we going next? Oh, more kitchen stuff. They had like 3 aisles of kitchen stuff, and I was getting overwhelmed, but I'm losing my voice again. This is perfect. The back of the store wasn't as exciting. It was kind of just like a bunch of utility stuff and stuff for the office. But also by this time I was sweating bullets because I was holding everything from the dollar store plus everything I bought from here, and I just like kind of wanted to get out of there. And then I found the world's largest fly swatter. Like, what kind of flies are you killing with that thing? Seriously. I just recorded my entire haul for like 15 minutes and realized that my phone wasn't recording because I ran out of space. So we're gonna do this again. Okay, so I obviously went to the dollar store, as you'll know from the montage that I have inserted before this, that I went to the dollar store and I went to this Japanese store, which is so cute. Like, I literally want to go there again on a day where I'm not looking like this and not carrying 5 million things. But this is why I should not have left the car, because I know that I spent way too much already. So I'm not going thrifting today, if you are wondering. So anyway, from the dollar store, I got these 2 horizontal planters, which are gonna come so in handy for my crawling plants. I truly was about to buy like 10 of them, because for $4 each, in comparison to what planters usually cost, it's like such a good deal. It's not the prettiest. It literally looks like a grenade. I don't know why they couldn't have just made it plain without all of this going on, but we're here. And yeah, I love it though, because it doesn't have any drainage holes. It's the perfect size, perfect depth, and I'm just actually so happy about this. I also got these 2 little mushrooms that I'm going to pick very special plants to put in. They're glass and they're pretty heavy. They were $1.75 each, and they're so adorable. There were actually a lot more like colorful ones, but there were a lot of people in there, and there was another lady looking at the mushrooms, and she was like old and frail and like she was struggling, so I didn't want to get in her way. But I told her that she should also get this one, so we got matching ones, even though I'll never see her again in my life. I also grabbed some preserved moss. So one is I don't know what kind of moss this is, but this one is a reindeer moss.
and I already know what I'm going to be using these for. I just don't know if I'll be able to execute it properly, but we'll see. I really like the look of them though. And then I got some gravel for a project that I'm working on that is plant related. And then I got this little thing of rocks for a project I'm working on in the bathroom, like I just said. I got a pot cover for splatters. I've used another one from the dollar store before that it has like this plastic handle on it, but depending on how deep your pot is or your pan is, it actually starts to melt the handle. So I felt like this one would be a little bit better, especially given how fire prone I am in the kitchen. I also grabbed this brush for the bathroom. It has really, really stiff bristles, so it's going to be good for grout. I got Goo Gone because I'm tired of using my DIY baking soda olive oil one. And then I got this, like I showed you. I don't know if it's going to work. It's a lot cheaper than the original version. I think the original one is like $19 or something. I'm going to try this out. Maybe I'll try it today. Hopefully Pudge doesn't try and bite me. And then from that Japanese store, I got one of these. There is a girl from Japan that I follow on TikTok, and every time she does her morning and nighttime skincare routine, she uses one of these with the bunny ears, and I've just been so jealous and I've been wanting one. So I found it. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough. So yeah, excited about that. I also got the cutest little scalloped pot, which is cool because it has a hole that you can plug and unplug. And then I got this little container storage thing for my husband because he uses a lunchbox every day. His utensils are just on, like, they're everywhere. They're usually wrapped in a paper towel, and so I just felt like he needed something cute for it. And then the last thing I got were these storage bins that I'm going to be using in my office. I like the color of it. I like the size. I like the lid. I like that the lid is not like snap on and off. You just like kind of pop it open and close like this, but they are stackable. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's grab these receipts and see what my damage is. $42.84 at Dollarama and $24.34 at Everyday Items Japan. So I spent about $66 or 67 or 68. Anyway, I guess I'll see you at home.
Oh hey, it's me again. Look at this poor dumb fool. Didn't turn on her mic. Freaking idiot. I was very sad about this, to be honest. But anyway, I am here. Voice over me. That is me freaking out about loud sounds. I really should have not done that because I could have broken the glass. But anyway, here I am adding some leca with the rocks that I got from the dollar store. I'm starting to create the little thingy for my bathroom. I'm talking here about how I want to use this kind of moss for this setup. And I think in this clip I was saying how I didn't really enjoy the shape of this stick and how it kept wobbling around, and I should have got more rocks to put in it. But anyway, I moved into my plant room because things were getting a little bit messy, and I was struggling here with how to set up the second stick and then showing you the little barnacles. I was laughing at myself because I didn't know what they were called. I just called them barnacles. But yeah, I'm struggling here to figure out how to arrange this stick to make it look cohesive with that one that has like a crazy shape to it. Here's a close-up of the moss that I'm using, and what is she doing? What is she doing? Give me something to work with here. Oh, here we go. Oh, I remember saying that I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't liking it. It just something was off, and I couldn't tell what it was. And then I realized that it's because the moss didn't quite match with the barnacle color. But I realized that one of the moss that it came with was like exactly the same color. So I wanted to maybe mix these two to make it a bit more cohesive and not make the moss look, I don't know, really out of place. And what is she doing? Oh, this is when I figured out that I need to wet the moss to make it look a little bit more alive again. And please hurry, hurry up. Oh, look at me, changing the angle and realizing that I don't see the green light on my mic. Oh, poor thing. Poor sad soul. Anyway, back to Sherman.
I knew it was gonna happen. I'm still getting used to having to turn on this mic. Look at how cute, hello? Look how cute this freaking moss is. Are you joking? This dollar store moss, it's so cute once you rehydrate it. Okay, so I'm thinking I'll do like some of this down at the bottom. I need like one of those long tweezers things. And I'm just gonna bury it like that, just as like an accent. Oh my gosh, now I just want to DIY all day. I feel so alive. How did I not forget to turn my mic on, you idiot? And then I'll go some up here. Then I'm gonna get most of this one, which is so cute and sinister looking, and I'm gonna place it at the, I wonder if I should wet this one too, just to like let it lay a little bit more naturally because it's so stiff. We're gonna go in here and try and style it with my gangly ass arms. I never knew, I never thought of like using this stuff from the dollar store before. It's like so neat. I guess because it always looks so cheap in the packaging, but it's so cool. Some of you guys who are probably like legit scapers are looking at this like, what on earth is that abomination? Now, I feel like it needs a friend. Like, should I put one of those mushrooms in there? Like, I wanted to save a mushroom for my plants, but fuck it, we're gonna do it. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? This is so cute. I want to add some like down here, but I think I'm not gonna be able to reach. Hello, I'm Asian. I have chopsticks all over this freaking house. There we go. I wanted to bury you down there. And you down here. Okay, scooch over. Damn it, I should have grabbed like 5 more of these mushrooms. Love it. Obviously, I'll eventually get longer sticks because that looks a little dinky right now, but she'll do for now. Oh, I just booped my mic. The mushroom, I can't, it's too cute. I'm having lunch now. I just filmed another episode of Good Soup, and this is what I concocted. It's a little plain today because the store I went to was awful and didn't have most of the things I like to add, but yeah, this is pretty much the essence of it, and I'm gonna eat it now even though it is like 5 million degrees in this apartment. Nobody better judge me for the ugliest styles shelf in all of history, but my new shelf just came. I'm so happy. So I need to clear this off and figure out where it's gonna go. I'm either gonna sell it or I'm gonna find a spot for it in a closet. Okay, I actually did have my mic on, but the static was so bad, so I cut it out. But this is the part where I was telling you that I think this weight gain is just an enlarged uterus, which I wasn't sure to be concerned about or not, but that was my suspicion. But anyway, I'm opening the box. Hopefully my address is not on here. I don't know what I was saying. But oh, this is when I found out that it was packed in styrofoam, and I freaking hate styrofoam so much. It's the sound. I'm showing you my goosebumps. It's the sound and the texture. It's like my arch nemesis. I hate it more than anything else in this world. So my husband has come to the rescue. He is the one person who saves me from all styrofoam. He's so cute. I wish that I was able to use this audio because I had him guess why he was in the bedroom, and he was like, oh, probably to get this styrofoam out of your face and out of your life. So he is very carefully, every time I have him take styrofoam out, I'm like, you better be freaking careful. Don't make any screeching sounds, squeaking sounds, or you are done. You're done. So he's a professional now. And he's like, all right, see ya. Angel, such an angel. So yeah, I was reading the instructions and was just realizing that like the way that they worded things was just a little bit complicated. Like it was more complicated than it needed to be. So the first step was to like take inventory of everything and make sure all the parts were there. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to follow every step. I'm going to do my due diligence. I don't want to like set up this whole shelf and then realize a major part is missing. So I'm starting to take inventory, make sure everything is there, and then I get bored. I got bored and I was like, fuck it. We're just going to take a risk. I have faith that everything is there, which thankfully it was. But don't be like me. Make sure all the parts are there. And oh, this is me. Why was I fresh? Oh yeah, I just read the first. It was literally step 1, and I was like, what? I don't understand any of this. But you know, we took it nice and slow, and we made it. Really not much to say about this part. I'm just, you know, getting things figured out. Or, you know, we don't need my husband. Trust me, I had thought about calling him into the room multiple times to like decipher these freaking instructions for me, but it's a pride thing. The only person that I compete with is myself. So I refused. And this is a piece of styrofoam paper attacking me. But yeah, I mean, it was not bad. Honestly, it wasn't bad. I just feel like the instructions could have been a little bit more simplified. I'll say that. And I think this is the part where I got one of Fudge's hairs on my cheek. But as I was watching this footage over again, I realized that watching myself do this gives me the ick. So I cut out a lot of it. And then, you know, putting it together. Don't know what else to say. It's all coming together. It looks like a shelf. Looks like the picture. Everything's going to plan. And in the next step, I'll just start saying it now, but I realized that my shelf, the part that I didn't like about it was the rounded tops in comparison to the other ones on Amazon that were way more expensive, but I realized that it popped off. So it looked exactly the way I wanted it to look, which I was super, super happy about. Anyway, this is me doing a maneuver. Even though it was super wobbly, it was not screwed in tightly at all. And I cut out a lot of it, but I was very, very sad that the wall outlet thing was like 1 millimeter too high and I couldn't put the shelf flush against the wall.
So yeah, this is me deciding whether I want to move the shelf or just say fuck it and screw it in anyway, which obviously you can see I said YOLO, we're gonna do it and see what happens. The screws looked long enough that I felt like with the anchors it would be fine if it wasn't screwed in all the way. Anyway, this part is self-explanatory. I am just drilling some holes into the wall to get my plastic anchors in, and I actually needed to drill the holes a little bit bigger, which you'll see that I do later, but I at least got everything sort of set into place. ADHD me would normally just like do it all in one go and not like pre-prepare the holes. Honestly, that is how I function, but since I was filming, I was like, you know what, let's not piss everyone off. So I did it the right way, got the plastic anchors in, and again, being a builder girl, doesn't need my husband. He actually doesn't even know how to use a drill, to be honest. Cleaning up all the dust. My poor Dyson. You're not even supposed to like vacuum dust in your Dyson, which I do all the time, and it's still kicking. And yeah, now I am just screwing the screws in and praying that it doesn't fall over and that the anchors are strong enough with the screws that seem like they're long enough. But it was actually, this was the hardest step of the whole thing, was screwing in these screws because of the little thingies blocking my hand. But after some good sweat, I got it in. That's what she said.
Okay, so here we are. It's in. Ow, I hit my ankle. And also, if you don't have a disco ball yet, you need to get one because it literally induces serotonin. But I'm not gonna lie, I really, really like it. Let me zoom out more. I think it's perfect. I feel like it's not really capturing it on camera that well, but I feel like it's the perfect height because everything was like touching the ceiling, like any plant I put up there. I do want to style it more. I don't want this to turn into another plant shelf. So I'm thinking we're gonna stop this vlog right here, and I'm gonna do a part 2 of this video, and we're gonna go thrifting tomorrow, even though I really shouldn't, and hopefully I can find some trinkets for it. This is the shelf for now. Not final at all, but I kind of just wanted to get a feel of what it was gonna look like, and I love it.
Ooh.
Do you like it?
Ew.
Don't look at my ears, people. Yeah, it's anchored to the wall. And I need to just get a new media cabinet. Oh, Pudge, you're so cute. Do you love it?
Love it.
Are you proud of me? I didn't even need you at all. That's not true. That is going to conclude today's vlog. Today was way more eventful than I had anticipated and planned. From waking up to a raid and thinking I was in the apocalypse or a comet had hit the earth, to kind of re-loving my bedroom again. I think it was a good day. I do have some cleaning up to do, and I have to make dinner, which I will take you along for, but that's going to be in part 2. And like I said, we will go to the thrift store and try and find some trinkets to style on this shelf. I will also be redoing like the art here, and then of course, like I mentioned, I'm gonna get a new media cabinet that's not white, and I will take you along for every step basically, but this is where we're gonna end it here. Tune in. I might put this up next week instead of doing a cleaning video, but we'll see. I do have to get into my closet and start getting things cleaned out there, so it kind of might be a hybrid. I'm not sure, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much for 1,000+ subscribers. Like, I literally only started this channel, I think like 2 months now. Next month will mark 2 months almost, and I'm just blown away. So thank you so much. I will see you guys next week.